There's Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV.
There's Rocksteady King of the Pit TV signing in. I'm intrigued, alright? You won't know it because I've got videos coming up, you know what I mean, every day, basically, unless I've knackered up the listing of them. But I've taken a few days off of listening to new music, so this is quite nice and refreshing to me. I'm doing this for my man G, Gary S. He's put me onto Green River, stating that this is where grunge began, or at least this sets the foundation of what grunge was. These dudes in these bands went on to create great bands. And this is Leech, and this is interesting because I think it might be more so pure to the fact that I never was a grunge head. I never dipped my toe into 90s metal for the most part when I was growing up. Well, metal punk adjacent genres, you know, I was never really involved in that, so maybe that's why I never came across Green River being referenced. But generally speaking, I'm very surprised through being so submerged in alternate subculture and music that I've never had anybody clearly reference this band to me. This one's Leech, let's go. Few more views on this, I think. It's a good sound so far. I like 33 revs. How old were these dudes? Because the instrumental is really good. The instrumental's really good. The bass guitar might be my favourite part of the instrumental. The sound of that bass guitar is crushing. It's such a great tone to it. And I'm speaking being aware of my headphones not being of the greatest quality. I need to update my headphones. They don't give the bass guitar and the bass frequencies, let alone a sub bass, the respect it desires. So for it to come through so clearly and so crushingly through these, it really says a lot, you know? The guitar work is brilliant, heavy. It's loose in a tight way. It's not loose because he's a bad guitarist. It's loose because he knows the rules and he can just sort of jam out on the riff, as opposed to, you know, being so hyper fixated on playing it correct. It does play it correct, don't get me wrong, but you know where I'm coming from. Vocally, I like the vocal. I think the vocal's a little grim. Like a grim metal vocal. Do you know when we started to develop these offshoots into black metal, what become of black metal and what become of death metal and so on and so forth, and you'd have these dreary vocals over the top, sort of like that in a way. Lyrically speaking, you know what, I'm a little bit biased. I'm never going to take young people lyrics too serious. I by default, I've got a bit of a shield up. It's a bias of mine, but that's the way it is. Leech. But there is an element of hardcore in there, I think. Dum 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 dum. It's a good recommendation. Shout out to Gary, man. This is a good recommendation. This has got to be remastered, right? This has got to be remastered because it's a fantastic sound. It's really fantastic sound. I had something to say, but I've forgotten. Most definitely, I'm looking forward to the next one, though. We've had a couple of contrary ideas here in these first two tunes, so I wonder what direction we're going to head on with 10,000 Things, alright? Are we going to up the tempo a bit, or we're going to stay sludgy and low? There's only one way to find out.